guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Mariam and welcome back to another DIY video. For a lot of people, Christmas starts right after Halloween. So I knew about that and I really wanted to start as well making few DIYs, like Christmas DIYs, start decorating, or at least start like collecting the decor I want to do. For decorating, I'm planning on doing another video where I show you how I decorate for Christmas, but I really needed to make a few things to decorate, and one of them is a wreath. I had a few ideas about a wreath that I wanted to make. I needed these bowls, you know, those ornaments, and I needed a lot of them. I wanted to make this really full wreath, but I also wanted something very I usually like a light one for indoors, but for the one that I want for outdoor, I want it to be big because I don't have a lot of decoration in front, like front door, so I was thinking of making a bigger one, and for that I needed a lot of ornaments. You can always use some ornaments that you used last Christmas, or that's something old that you have. For me, I don't have any Christmas decorations because I will say it again, I don't celebrate Christmas, but I love Christmas decorations and I like seeing my friends celebrating. If I have any friends around me that celebrates, I would celebrate with them, but if I'm just alone, I usually don't celebrate. But I really wanted this year to have a Christmas decor at home. It just looks so nice and homey. So what I did, I went to a thrift store. You can go to a thrift stores and you can get these like a full bag of ornaments, and luckily we have a few thrift stores here, so I went checking around them, and I really wanted this specific color that I want for my wreath, which is something a little bit golden, but not like that really bright gold, and like it's a mix with silver and white. So I wanted these kind of colors, so I went around thrift stores to find those if they have the ornaments that I want. So I collected a lot, but when I started my process I saw that I needed more, so I had to go back and find some more. For this project you will need a lot of ornaments. Other than the ornaments, what we need is the foam noodle. We had one at home, but they're pretty cheap to get one. There are like in other sizes, and if you want like a really big wreath you can connect two of them into a circle, but if you just want a smaller one like mine, you can just use one. I used a tape to secure it, and I also used hot glue to stick the bolts into the noodle. Because it is a foam noodle, if you put the hot glue, when it's really hot, it kind of like melts the foam noodle. I did it at first, it was not working really well, so I would put the hot glue on the ornament and then leave it a little bit for a while until it cools a little bit down, and then I glue it to the noodle, and it worked. So the process was repetitive, and you can always like stick them the way you want if you want like a color into a line, the same color, because I had really a lot of different colors, but I tried to make them like match. So I was mix matching, and at some point I was just like randomly putting the colors around. Okay, so I'm done with this thing. Now what I'm gonna do, I have the small ones, I keep them for last. For the small ones, I'm going to stick some here. For example, there's a big gap here. I'm gonna hide it with this there is a gap here, another gap here, so I'm just gonna fill in the gaps. Even after using those small ones, I didn't want to use it too much. What I did, I used these fake pine leaves that I had, and for that too, I got it from a thrift store. So I could call this a thrift flip because I got almost everything from a thrift store. I got these two old wreaths from a thrift store and I really like it. Not really because I like how it looked, but I really liked the fake pine leaves that it had. So what I did, I just took them all out and I cleaned them, I washed them, dried them. I spray paint them a little bit because I wanted those leaves to match with the bulbs and everything for a beautiful aesthetic. So I filled the gap with those fake pine leaves and they look really, really, really pretty. So my tip here would be to get some old wreath from a thrift store, some old ones or something that you have, and create new ones with a new design, new decor, and you can always spray paint them. Or also I found this spray, like snow spray, that you can also use if you want it to look like there is some snow on them. They look actually pretty cute too. So I think that was all for the first wreath that I make. It's pretty big and I really like how it looked. Usually I don't like those kind of decors indoor. I like small things, and as I said, I don't have a lot of decor outside, so I was thinking a big wreath would do the job and it would look really nice on like a front door. So yes, that's it for the first project, and let's go for the reveal. For the second wreath that I made, it's for people who like those minimalist kind of wreath. It's not too big, but it still looks cute. It has some macrame as well for a bohemian kind of style, but you can always drop the macrame and it still will look really good. And for this project, it's also I can call it a thrift flip because I also got it like from an old wreath that I got from the thrift store. It's the same thing that I used for the first one. For the hoop, it is from Michael's. I got it from Michael's for my first project from the wreath that I made for the fall. I was actually thinking of spray painting it gold, but I looked at it and it really looked really nice the way it is. I really like the neutral color of the wood color that it has, so I didn't spray paint it, and what I needed is some macrame. I made these macrames first that I cut, kind of like tried to leave them as a same length. I also used some of the fake pine leaves that I got from the old wreath, the same one as I used in the first project. And what I like about these ones is that they're pretty easy to stick them and they stay still and they stand there, but I still needed to use some hot glue to secure them, and then you just play with them the way you want. So I went with this kind of a style. the leaves on the side and leave the macrame hanging right in the middle, and then use the pines and the greens on the side. For me, I really wanted them to be both in the middle. I just like them in the middle together, and they looked really, really, really pretty. For the final touch, I just thought, because I still had few ornaments left from the first project, and I decided to add a few there hanging, so I decided to just go with 3 of them, and the ones on the side a little bit longer and the one in the middle a little bit shorter. You can always add the smaller ones, like smaller than these that I used. You can also use some beads and stick them in the macrame. They also look really pretty. There's so much you can do, but for me, I just used what I had, and I'm just so happy with the result. So for this wreath, it's more for people who like a very simple minimalist kind of look, but it also has some bohemian touch. So let's go ahead and see the final result. This is it all for you guys today. I'm still planning a few more DIYs for Christmas. If you like this kind of videos, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe for more. Also comment down below what kind of DIY you want me to do in the future. There is still more of a Christmas DIYs coming too, and I'm also planning on making another video where I share with you how I decorate my place for Christmas. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm going to see you next time. Bye!